estas questões de imagem. Pode ser? Ok. So, good evening. Thank you, first of all, the Rui Cunha Foundation for the invitation and to allow this seminar to happen. And of course, I would like to thank also Professor Felipe Chibas. Chibas Ortiz is a Cuban Brazilian professor. He's an associate professor at the University of São Paulo, where he teaches subject of post-human diversities, ethics, and mild cities. Mild means media and information literacy cities, or media and information literacy, and also for master's, doctoral, and postdoctoral students from the PROLAN program of Latin American integration with some transdisciplinary approach. So thank you, Professor Philippe, to accept being with us and visiting Macau, taking first contact with our reality. I think it's your first time here in Macau. So I will give you now the floor for your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Adérito Fernandez Marcos. Thank you so much, of course, the Rui Costa Foundation. Of course, thank you so much for the audience present here. And of course, thank you so much, Macau, Macau City. My topic today is Pillars for the Media Information Literacy, Mild Cities, the Future of Urban Space. Well, I am Felipe Chivas Ortiz, Brazilian-Cuban, Cuban-Brazilian, and citizen of the world. Well, this topic is very interesting because we need a new cities, a new forms to live in the cities. And of course, new style of life. Well, that's my research group. Creativity, innovation, communication, marketing, and cities. These lines are our lines of research. Cultural barriers to communication, creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship, marketing and communication for project management, communication management and digital marketing, and EED, personal marketing on the internet, mild cities, of course, today is the principal line, and skills values of UNESCO meal curriculum studied with artificial intelligence. AI, like you know, is very important point today. But CRED-DM is, like I said, is an international research group, and at the University of São Paulo, more than international researchers from 5 continents. Well, we got this discipline at the University of São Paulo, post-human diversities and ethics in the UNESCO Meal Cities paradigm, in the courses of PROLAN. What is PROLAN? PROLAN is a Latin American integration program of the University of São Paulo. We got their students from 25 countries. Well, I share with this marvelous audience these cartoons. Post-human reality literate the entire city. This situation, we got this situation in Macau. I ask you, we got these situations in Macau? Yes or not? Please, Professor. Yes, we got. My God, this reality is in all the world. And this one, you got this or not in Macau? Please, you doctoral student, what do you think? We got there? We got this? No. Really no? I doubt. Well, sorry. Well, post-human family, new families, humans, animals, robots, and cyborgs. Well, this new reality with AI and metaverse is a challenge for us. We need to learn to live in this reality, a new reality, a blended reality, diverse reality, new diversities. And the general director of UNESCO research this point. Generative AI can lead to an increase in the number of offline attacks against women. This point is very concerned for us because more technology is not similar or synonym of the more persons, more values in the persons. And we got many problems, many barriers with this situation. Oh, Adria Souley, UNESCO Director General, said, together we must answer the following question. Will be actors or merely spectators in the AI revolution? Well, this point is very important. We need more active people. We need, of course, a new lecture of a new form to see the reality, a new visions, a new vision of the relationship of the persons, a new vision of the form a new education, a new health, a new form to interact with the reality, hybrid reality. Well, some challenges common to campus and cities. Campus, university campus, social inequality, ecological crisis, urbanization, but chaos in the urbanization, technocratic and technologizing vision, predominance of fake news, deep fakes, and other forms of infodemic. Infodemic is a term with who presented this manipulation of the information. Manage vision and solutions that are not multidisciplinary or integrative visions. And cities residents do not feel involved. Residents and students is not feel involved in the approaches and the contents of the program or the curriculum of the education. Ethical values and democratic problems, of course, but divorce between diagnosis and proposed actions in neighborhoods and in the campus of the universities. These challenges are the real challenge of the cities and the campus. Actually challenge. But what is the solution? My proposal is media and information literacy and media and information literacy cities. But what is this concept? Media and information literacy is considered a combined set of skills and values, but also a practical convergence between where journalists, information specialists, libraries, educators, among others, and their related activities meet, said UNESCO and other authors. Today, we are thinking about aiding new social actors. This point is very important. New stakeholders, such as marketing agencies, startups, technology-based companies, etc. Well, this concept talk about a new form to learn, a new literacy. It's not the old literacy. It's a new literacy. Literacy about the city. Literacy about the relationship between the gender relationship. The new form to talk with the adolescents, the people in general. And of course, a new form to grow in the cities. Well, our colleagues, Divina from Meix, from Sorbonne University, talks we need three cultures of information to survive in this new reality. She talks we need, of course, navigation culture, the culture, the simple culture, for example, to navigate in Facebook, TikTok, and other platforms. But we need to critical thinking, citizenship culture, This is the principal point. We need that. We need ethical position. And we need to a data processing culture, because our information, we need valorize this point, our culture, our values, our dates. Well, the solution, in my opinion, a MEL city. MEL city, or Media and Information Literacy City, is a framework developed by UNESCO, an urban space that can use artificial intelligence and other new technologies, but with ethics, respect for diversities, organic empowerment of every citizen, educating critical and creative thinking, both valuing ecology in sustainable way, and new affectivity in the city, new relationships between citizens, and combating misinformation, fake news, infodemic, right? This framework has synergies or included others. It's an evolution for sustainable cities, smart cities, healthy cities, educational cities, and others. This point is very important because this is the last one model of cities. Well, a starting point. This is a very important point too, the starting point. MEL City approach has been inserted in the vision of the 2030 Agenda, specifically in the sustainable cities and communities. Oh, sorry. Kofi Annan, UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, talked to these three lines or three principles: ESG, environment, social, governance. We need in the enterprise, in the organization, and the platforms with these 3 points: environment, social, governance. This vision is very important with for the development of the cities. But when we got this enterprise or this vision in the enterprise, of course, we got a new enterprise. Well, the system of MEL City indicators and metrics. This is specifically we got here the form how to transform a city in the mile city. We got these indicators: city hall, roads, urbanism, and mobility. Integral education is very important at this point. Education, but it's not any education. Integral education, paideia education, like the Greeks. Integral health, culture, art, sport, libraries, very important, Professor Adelito. We visit today the library of the university.
Seminary campus library. Yeah.
Right. Associations, unions, companies, industries, marketing agencies, artificial intelligence, of course, startups, digital channels, citizen security. These points is very important. I know in Macau, this city is very, very security. We got you got this point in a solution in this point. But for example, in São Paulo, this is very, very important point. In São Paulo, in other cities of Latin America, in Africa, in other cities of the world, we got real problems in the security. Então, security is a real problem, but security is joined to the concern and confidence. Well, children, youth, elderly, women, and others. Vulnerable groups, environment and sustainability, of course, and finally, integration metrics. MEL cities have main agents of technological and social innovation, where governments, of course, without governments, we got nothing. Academy, of course, us and our students. Companies, price, and technological companies, of course, citizens, of course, and finally, the artists. The artists are very important for this model because artists are the soul of the city. We got this paradigm, complementary paradigm, university, Mill University City. But what is this? Well, it's simple. Mill University City is a university that applies these indicators and metrics of the Mill cities on its campus, with values the use of the new technologies and innovation on its campus, but with ethics, respect for diversity. Is the theory, all this theory, but in the practice, in the university. Well, a stake to follow to implement a Mill Cities project. It's very simple. I tell this, but it's not simple. It's very complicated because the human beings are very complex. Well, first level, first phase, first the diagnosis. First the diagnosis with this system. Second, dissemination of the diagnosis to these 5 actors or 5 agents. Third, the engagement of the population. 4, the implementation of this plan. And 5, the last, evaluation, assessment of these metrics. Well, here, this book, Infodemic, is a very interesting book because we got here the Latin American and Caribbean view of Mill. And we got very important authors in these books. And we got here the consolidation of this vision about infodemic. Oh my God! Oh, you got some help. Thank you so much. Cities aspiring to become Mill City. That question is the answer of repeat this question. Helsinki, yes, Bedford, Glasgow, St. Louis, Roma, Estocolmo, Puebla in Mexico, Havana, and Quilimane in Mozambique. It's very interesting in this slide. You can see Quilimane and Havana. Quilimane and Havana. Havana in America, Latin America, and Quilimane in Africa. Wow! But how can include Quilimane and Havana in Mill cities? My answer is not the principal point of Mill cities is not technological. Is not technology. The principal point is ethics. Is the form that you use the technology. Technology, of course, is a tool, but it's a tool for what? It's a tool for develop the human being. It's a tool for develop only the companies and price. It's a tool for develop a new form of life. The answer of this question is the principal point to talk. This city or this urban space is a Mill cities or not. Well, we developed this application, Mill cities metrics application, together with UNESCO. Mr. Alton Chrysler, Milady Castro, and me developed with a team, of course, this application. Well, I love this program, Mill Women's or Mill Women's with TV program, web or internet TV program. What is Mill? A Mill woman. What is Mill woman? For example, you can a Mill woman because Mill woman is a person with soul. It's a person with leadership. is a person with competence like critical thinking, creative thinking, and of course, a person to contribute with the city, to contribute with the social cause, you of course contribute to with the transformation of the urban space. That's it, male, woman, and we got in Brazil, we got in other countries this woman. In Macau, have these women? Well, she is a very important singer in São Paulo, in Brazil. Paula Lima. Paula Lima is for us a Male Cities ambassador because we create this program too. She defends Male Cities, and she is remember the arts, the artists are of course very important to us. It's a faith for agent of innovation, and the artists are the soul of the city. For example, is Denzel Washington was there here. Denzel Washington, of course. Denzel Washington said, "Male Cities," and everyone here, oh, Male Cities is great, but it's me talk about Male Cities. It's different. Julia Roberts here talk about Male Cities. Oh, of course, Male Cities is wonderful. The actors, the singers, the artists are very important to this campaign. Well, we do mensual webinars about this point, Male Cities, with people around the world. This is an example of this work. Well, we work together. Remember that, Veronica, professor. We work together, Professor Veronica Jarnik. She is a co-leader with me of the innovation group of UNESCO Male Alliance. And we work together with this kind of webinars about male city education, male city health, and others topics. Well, different results about this, countries to work together in this initiative, 26 webinar, some results, some issues. Well, we got every year this event, Global Media and Information Literacy, midweek in October, every week, and we participate with the Male Cities topic. We work together too with different citizens, of course, different governments. We got here the mayors and authorities for several countries, from Brazil, Italy, and other countries too. We got pilot. We need for this kind of or this paradigm. We need some pilots. We need some evidence. But we got pilots in Guarulhos City, São Paulo, Brazil, in Quilimane, in Mozambique, Habana, Cuba, Puebla, in Mexico, and they work together in this initiative. We got two pilot points of Male Cities. What is a pilot point? Pilot point is a practical point. The people, the simple citizens needs evidence. They don't read this book. Please. We got, of course. I remember now a very important. We got in the books cartoons because the new people, the new generation needs image, needs visual image because the words is not the stronger point for them. But back here, pilot point of male cities in Havana, for example. See the pictures, see the people, and the points. The focus on this project is the art, the culture. We got, of course, in this place, course about media and information literacy, but about art too. This project using low-cost technologies, simple, like WhatsApp, digital networks in general, and dialogue in a cafe, as well as the methodology of 20 cultural barriers and 5 dimensions of creativity. It's a new methodology, and with this methodology, we diagnose the barriers to communication, fake news, deep fake is very interesting to use that. Well, we'll see this pilot point experience. The name Dreaming with You in English, or Rasmia. Rasmia is a word, a Spanish word, Rasmia. And the significance of Rasmia is enthusiastic, is soul, Rasmia in Spanish. Well, the activities in this sorry, in this pilot point. Sorry, free shows with renowned artists, lectures and debates with renowned artists too, and about male cities and about media information literacy approach, art course, art gallery, very important, with the exhibition of plastic art by students and teachers, coffee bar with low price, living focus integrated into the community. They teach through art about combat fake news and course about media information literacy. Okay? But in Zaragoza, we got a similar point about mill cities. This structure sounds different with about Havana. Different entities of the city and the main representative of the neighborhood in the premise itself, who have defended that their states are the home of new opportunities. We got here entrepreneurs. We got here, of course, artists. We got here scientists too, professor of the University of Zaragoza. The name is El Gancho Co-working. It's a co-working. It's different to the first pilot point. The El Gancho in Spanish, El Gancho co-working is a space for the coexistence between companies, freelancers, entrepreneurs, and diverse associations. El Gancho co-working is a space for the coexistence between companies, freelancers. Well, this point, I repeat this point, sorry. It is a safe place to exchange experience regardless of belief, origin, or age. Using the new technologies, they ensure that all social groups can feel represented in this space with different developed goals, different religions. This point is very important because in the Europe or in the old space, urban space, we got different conflicts between religions, and we need the dialogues about religions and the different positions, religion positions. Well, the strategy consists of creating small pilot points that later expand throughout the city. After this, the city can aspire to a mild city. We, in our experience and our research, we see different barriers to transform a city. The barriers are, for example, in the mind of the person. The barriers are in the class, social class too. Different barriers. But when the persons see and feel in the sky the male cities, the transformation accelerates. It's different, of course. Talk about books, about the articles, scientific articles, interviews, and other vehicles, when the person feels this form to relationship. Well, in Zaragoza, using new technologies, they ensure that all social groups can feel represented in this space, committed to the different sustainable development goals. Again, the people felt this model, this paradigm. This process and relational structure operates mainly in the convergence of the areas health, education, and communication, working from empathy and critical thinking. Governments, teachers, and artists and aim to communicate and transform reality into something better for the citizen, simple citizen. Well, we got these events circuit about many cities in the world. We invite you, if you want, you propose your events to this circuit. We are open for that. This is a resume of the methodology of 20 cultural barriers to communication and 5 dimensions of creativity. Well, barriers like ethnocentrism, like individualism, sexism, and others are present. I'm sorry, it's in Portuguese, but these barriers are, we need the diagnosis of these barriers in the neighborhood, in the communities, on all the cities, in the campus too, because the campus, in the campus, we got these barriers too, and these barriers are the font, are the race of the infodemic, of the fake news and others problem of disinformation. Well, we published several books about this, about many cities like this. Marketing, communication, technology, and innovation in the mill cities, from smart cities to mild cities, in the UNESCO's vision, and others. These books, in this book, we got authors of the chapters of many countries, and this vision, we share this vision with them. Well, this is a new form to work. We got the International Center for Innovation and Development of Mill Cities from the University of São Paulo. This center have international researchers for all the world, and of course, more Brazilians. And we have these 4 lines of research. Mill cities, urban space according to UNESCO's principles. Second, communication and education with MIL, or with media and information literacy. Integrative health and MIL education, or media and information literacy education. Artificial intelligence and media and information literacy startups. And for conclude my presentation, well, Mill Cities helps to transcend cultural barriers to communication, looking for peace and integrate cities, countries. we need a scientific approach to a study of fake news and media information literacy. Mill City Place and Mill Campus at the center of current debates involving cities and contribute to addressing the topic from different angles. Summarizing, we need Mill Cities network to combat the inequalities. The inequalities is a real base of the problems of the, in my opinion, in the cities and in the urban space in general. Well, Mill City is a practice approach. This is another differential or another form to work together. Well, I conclude with these words of Audrey Azoulay, General Director of UNESCO. I invite member states, technology companies, and the media community, as well as the rest of the civil society, to come together to create a new digital configuration. We need a new cities, a new digital cities, but we need too a new real cities. The integration of platform cities and the real cities is the solution for many situations at the cities, of course, at the countries. Well, we got different events about this topic, like I said, and my information, my contact is here too. Well, that's my conference today. That's my my information, my contents, and you got the floor for the questions, complementation, and contribution. Thank you so much.
So we have time now for some questions. I suppose this idea of the mile or mill, you mentioned mill, mile, so media and information literacy. Media and information literacy, at least the literacy issue topic, is not a new issue. So I remember from 20 years now, some groups of the University of Faro, Professor Vitor Reia Batista, started already to do research in the area. So, but by now, what I understood is a kind of evolution from the smart city. Yes, we are going from the smart city where the focus is technology and bringing technology and information to people, to some kind of university, city or neighborhood where people, more than having technology, are able to understand this technology and use for their own profit.
Yeah.
This is actually is a summarize of this, yes, of your idea.
I agree with you.
Okay. So I think we have questions, yes, from the audience, please. Yes, please.
Please.
Thank you for your presentation. So I'm Serge Singvich from the Head of Research at the United Nations University in Macau. And I'm really interested by your presentation, and this is very close to what we are doing in my group, actually. And but I have a feeling about that, because you talk a lot about AI, artificial intelligence. Sorry. And I agree that this is very important for the people to understand if they want to use this kind of tools. Very important for the people to have a kind of literacy about that. But most of the time, these tools are coming from big companies that they don't. It's not human-centric most of the time. So I see a contradiction here, because at the same time you want to have cities who are very inclusive, and the people they can understand better the technologies, and they are using these technologies to build sustainable cities. But at the same time, they will have to use maybe tools that they have no control on. These tools are not transparent at all. So how we can try to find a way to have a solution for that, because it's a kind of contradiction. Yeah.
I agree with you. We live now in the chaos. We live in the, for example, in the juridic campus. we have many problems. We got, for example, in the space, in the in external space, in the cosmos. We got now satellites, many satellites. In these satellites, well, who is the owner of these satellites? And we are, well, Starlinks, for example, where we got the Starlinks and others actors or private actors and public actors. Where we need a regulation about this problem. And back to the city, your question. It's a contradiction, it's a conflict. But we need solutions with this conflict. It's polemic. We got more technologies. We got, for example, ChatGPT, but we don't have the develop of the ethics, and we need, in my opinion, the union, the integration of ethics and technologies. We need the union of the multidisciplinary approach with the technological approach. And in my opinion, this is the way of the solution for the cities, for the transformation of the reality with the robots, post-human reality, but with the sense, with the purpose. We need the purpose. Without purpose, without philosophy, we got nothing. And in my opinion, in this moment, we need more philosophy and technology, of course, but more philosophy, more ethics in the schools, in the universities, in the cities. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
If I may add something to the previous questions, the previous question is, we cannot avoid to have more and more tools being developed and being at disposal of the citizen. But again, the challenge is to come to the literacy. Yeah? If they don't know how to use it and to profit from this technology, someone has at least to think about and find ways to promote training, I suppose. Because myself, I still have some, because I'm still also dealing, not for the first time, because I was in Portugal for 6 months, when Professor Philippe presented for the first time this idea. So as I mentioned, media literacy is not a new topic. The topic is how we can really implement this in the world where the technology is so quickly at our disposal that we cannot really understand what we can get from this technology. So we need some kind of literacy. Of course, if we belong to the university, perhaps the problem is not exactly to this group of people dealing directly with the technology, but the common citizen needs a kind of literacy measures. And of course, it's connected to the technology, if I'm understood. But of course, it's a challenge, because if the technology is closed, then it's difficult to promote literacy when this technology is closed.
Yes, and in the mill cities, it's a, like him said, mill cities is a innovation in the mill approach, because mill approach is educational approach. You know, it's in the school, in the universities, but mill cities is the education mill, but in the middle of the city. That's the innovation, with metrics, with indicators, and we need that to transform the cities. It's not theoretical problem. It's not theoretical paradigm. Mill cities is practice. That's the principal point, the principal innovation of mill cities. It's a renovation of media and information literacy approach. Well,
I think we have more questions.
Sorry, good evening. I think this is my first time that I attend the seminar, especially about the mill cities. I come with a background where I'm a student, actually background with the philosophy. Um, the topic that you presented is very interesting as for me as a young man who live in an era where so much development about technology. So my question is more on strategy, as you mentioned in your presentations about some challenges common to campus and the cities. So there is in number 4, which is a predominance of fake news and everything about it, and you were talking about it. So my question is, what is really the strategies can campuses and cities employ to combat the spread of fake news? And how can media and information literacy be promoted effectively? Thank
media
you.
information literacy approach and mill city approach have many tools, many forms to combat fake news, deep fakes, and the infodemic. But the culture is very important. For example, the strategy to combat infodemic in Macau is different the strategic to combat the infodemic in São Paulo or in Rome or in other city. And that point is very, your question is very important because the methodology, 20 cultural barriers to communication and 5 dimensions of creativity is for that. But because we need different strategies in Mexico, for example, and different strategies, of course, about the themes, about the topics. We got now elections in different countries. Well, now it's a new reality, a new elections. The elections are today digital and physical, and we need in the system of a political system in Europe is different, for example, in Latin America, and we need to understand this. Well, the methodology of 20 barriers, cultural barriers to communication and 5 dimensions of creativity helps to this. And not exist the unique strategic. Are different strategies for different countries, different cities, different challenges.
Okay, right, that's all. Thanks so much.
Any question?
More questions? I don't know if you should close by now, but we still have some time, yes, for questions.
Please.
Okay, right. I actually am really intrigued with the topic itself, especially when it comes to
Right.
about the challenges as we are living a new era. As what I said, that we are living in a technology era where there are a lot of things that are going on with using this AI. And you also talks about the objective of public policies and education. So what I'm going to create a question is that it's also about this strategy and how can public policies and educational system be reoriented to focus on forming engaged and responsible citizens rather than merely imparting technical skills.
Very important point. We got in UNESCO. UNESCO got UNESCO curriculums with 20 competence and 6 values of media and information literacy. This book is the base of the education strategies to learn about media and information literacy. These books, I recommend, consult these books because this is the answer for your question. The answer for your question is not simple, of course. The answer for your question is a course. But in this book, we got many answers for your question. Strategies, tools, forms to avoid this situation. Of course, it's different in different countries. We use these books in different countries, of course. I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina, research about this book, and we diagnosis in Argentina professors and students with this list of 20 abilities or 20 competence and 6 values with artificial intelligence. And with this diagnosis, we got profiles with and previsions to transform the competence in different persons or in different professors or students. With this base, we can transform the education.
Okay, correct. Thanks so much. I actually do have a lot of questions when it comes to technology and regarding the topic that you presented about mill cities. My question is more on strategy. So as you mentioned that there is a book about it, so I don't have to ask any more questions. Anyway, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. More questions? Then I think we should thank you, Professor Philip, and new applause for him, and we close the debate. Thank you.
I am very grateful for your presence, all of you. You, of course, Professor Adérito Fernández Marcos is my partner, my leader too. Thank you so much, Professor.
I'm trying to find, at least, giving you a chance to know Macau and to see how Macau is different, because it's the first time for him in Macau, and I think it's your first time even in this part of Asia.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why it's important for you to, try to do some networking here. Thank you again. Thank you,
Thanks so much.
Foundation. Thank you, the audience, for being here. Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.